What's going on, guys? You got your coach of the Chim Chargers here for our week 11 team analysis for the GBA. This time we're going to be taking on John, aka Pokemon, coach of the New Orleans Pelippers, in another rematch. Of course, I think week 11 is where everybody faces each other once again that they've faced in their actual division. So should be pretty interesting. I have faced him once before, came out with the W here, and because I do think that we will probably be facing once again in playoffs, definitely don't want to reveal what my playoff hand is going to be versus him. So I'm going to bring some stuff, just some basic fun stuff that could be pretty interesting, and we'll see how that goes. He has a team of Tapu Bulu, Infernape, Skarmory, Milotic, Jolteon, Kingdra, Porygon Z, Sneasel, Uxie, Scolipede, and Piloswine. The difference from the last time looking at the teams is that he has Piloswine now, I believe, over Sigilyph. I think he traded away Sigilyph, got Piloswine, so now he has this Pokemon here, which is, I guess, more of a threat versus my team. So definitely have to watch out for that, especially since it has that nice ice type, ice ground, which is very solid, as we saw from week 1, Gator's Mamoswine. Everybody thought that was a threat, so we have to make sure that we can deal with that. But I whipped up a nice squad here that we could bring. This time I have dual screens. I wanted to bring Cresselia with dual screens. I thought dual screens would be pretty fun, especially since I have some solid setup sweepers versus his team, and the damage output reduction is going to be really useful. So I have here Cresselia, which is cool because it has the light clay, sets up a reflect light screen. Those will be lasting a bit longer because of the held item. Magicoat is interesting because I wanted to run a set that would bounce back stuff like Defog, for instance, that would try to, or well, not really Defog as much as like Toxic from Milotic. That's one thing that I want to try to bounce back, as well as Skarmory. It could be a lead Skarmory with like rocks, spikes maybe, potentially. So having a lead crest to set up screens and stuff would be interesting because we could bounce back hazards from Pokemon like Skarmory, which is, or even Piloswine for that matter. Solid lead versus Piloswine can bounce back rocks. We do have Lunar Dance here, so we don't have any attacking moves on this thing, so I'm gonna hope that doesn't mess with us. But I think Lunar Dance is just solid because it's able to revive a win condition, and I do have two very nice win conditions here, being firstly the Kingdra, which I have, as you can see, the second Pokemon on this list. We have Kingdra here, which I feel like it does pretty well versus his team, because Focus Energy Agility, right? So Agility is able to outrun pretty much the entirety of his team, while Focus Energy gives us the 100% accurate crits, 100% crit ratio. So with that in mind, right, we have Draco Meteor, Ice Beam. That's all we really need. Like, Draco Meteor hits everything except for pretty much the Bulu, and I think that's pretty much it. Just the Bulu can switch in. I guess maybe, well, I'm pretty sure Skarmory gets destroyed. Milotic takes, if it's like a max defense, max HP Milotic, literally takes like 90 something, so it's powerful, really powerful after Focus Energy. And Ice Beam hits pretty much everything else, so Ice Beam will OHKO Bulu, especially after a Focus Energy, and just some good damage to like his Kingdra and other stuff like that. So I feel like that's the only two kind of coverage moves we really need for this thing to work out, and hopefully puts in some work. I feel like it can. I think it also OHKOs Piloswine as well with Draco Meteor after Focus Energy, so that's really nice, and just a very powerful Pokemon that he might not expect me to bring. But like I said, I'm bringing stuff that I'm definitely, I may or may not bring to playoffs. I have a really good idea of what I want to bring should I face him again in playoffs, which I'm hopefully, we'll make it to that point in the playoff bracket. But we'll see how we do for sure. Now we got here a Dragonite. Okay, so the third Pokemon I got is a Dragonite. Goes really well with the Crest screens because I'm able to set up. We have Dragonite's 3 attacks. So we got the nice Outrage with Dragonium Z, which will hit everything really hard except for Bulu, of course. We can pretty much set up. We have like Fire Punch for stuff like Bulu, Skarmory, E-Speed to hit faster things, like for instance his Porygon or his Scolipede or his Sneasel, for instance, or even Infernape for that matter. An Outrage is just a great move because once we get rid of that Fairy type, we can spam it relentlessly. I mean, he has to be like max defense Skarmory to be able to take hits, and if he's like Shed Shell, then Magnezone has pretty much a good, well, Magnezone, we have a knockoff user, but like Magnezone, I have Magnet Pull just in case, because he brought Shed Shell last time and I did not bring Magnet Pull, so maybe he might not bring Shed Shell this time. So I'll show you what I got as well in the next 3 slots here. So here we go. So Magnezone here, nice Assault Vest set. I figured that, I mean, I'm bringing 3 different sets at the beginning here. I thought I'd bring some stuff that kind of worked out before. So we also have Magnezone, which is great in order to, it has the Assault Vest, so it's able to take hits from special attackers like the Milotic, for instance, as well as being able to check that Jolteon really well. The HP ground is is really solid versus that Jolteon, as well as him just not having a lot of good switch-ins to our Pokemon. I mean, he'll have to bring the Assault Vest Kingdra once again, which was his best check before, but that got Pursuit Trapped and knocked off, so I'm pretty sure he'll be prepared this time for the Muck. So I just have some, I just wanted to run like screens offense sort of, or just screens bulky offense, and Magnezone can really help out with the momentum with Lando-T. So we got the Volturn core going on here, which is going to be pretty useful since, well, he does have Piloswine now, so that could be a bit more dangerous, so we got to watch out for that. But I feel like Magnezone can still put in that good work, and hopefully, you know, we can see it come through once again like it did last time. So I do have Magnet Pull this time because, well, last time I had Analytic, he might expect that, and if we are able to trap Skarmory, that's going to be awesome, so we'll see what we can do there. Lando-T is going to be up next, which is a Choice Scarf set, and I mean, it's pretty good overall. I feel like Lando-T puts in a good amount of work versus his team, bringing Choice Scarf again because it's just solid and reliable versus him. I want to save the heat for the playoffs. I want to bring all of the the interesting sets that I've cooked up for playoffs if I can. So I definitely want to, of course, play. I guess sort of keep some secrets, some tricks of the trade to myself, and if that's what the saying is. But like, I definitely want to bring some more heat to the playoffs. Right now, I'm just bringing stuff that I feel you know, could still catch him off guard maybe, but nothing that's too outrageous. That I definitely want to save stuff. I think last season, what I did, right, I brought a lot of heat during the regular season, and then by the time I got to playoffs, I was kind of burned out with the heat. So I'm trying to do it like reverse order this time. So I'm trying to, like, I guess, play more conservatively with my heat and bring a lot more to the playoffs, so we can take some people by surprise, hopefully. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what my plan is right now. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, we're already guaranteed playoffs anyway, so doesn't really matter too much what happens in these last 2 weeks. Definitely want to end it off strong. Aiming for either 11-1 or 10-2, just anything better than my 9-3 record last season. But yeah, back on track here. So Scarf Lando is very solid because it's able to outrun everything on his team, bar certain Choice Scarf users on his team, like maybe Scarfed Infernape, I guess. I don't know if he'd bring that. Infernape is a Z Crystal user, by the way, so he might bring it this time, he might not, but I feel like Infernape, I don't think he'd want to bring this time. But we'll see. Of course, I feel like I don't think I said this yet. Let me guess what his team's gonna be. It's always trickier the second time around when you face somebody because they are gonna probably try to adapt to what you brought last time, and then you're thinking like, okay, so should I bring the same stuff last time? But he'll probably predict that, so I should bring different stuff. But then last time you probably brought what was optimal, so it's all one big jumble. So we gotta sort of, I guess, prep for the best we can. But yeah, I'm thinking he'll definitely probably bring the Bulu. I think that's pretty solid. He'll probably bring what else? Skarmory. He'll probably bring Skarmory because that's his best form of hazard control. I guess he'll also maybe bring, well, what else does he have for hazard control? Just Skarmory, right? I don't think he has anything else. He could probably bring Piloswine. I think this time he's gonna bring either Piloswine or Sneasel, one or the other. He'll probably bring the Scolipede, I guess, since it's pretty solid. Milotic for sure, 100%, and maybe Jolteon. So that's what I'm predicting what his team's gonna be. So we'll see if that works out. He has a Kingdra there too. He might bring Kingdra over Scolipede maybe. Or he might bring it over, I don't know, maybe he'll probably bring Kingdra as well. 7 Pokemon team. But anyways, so yeah, Lando's just solid, gives me momentum alongside Magnezone. And finally we have here an Empoleon. So Empoleon is just a solid Pokemon to set up rocks and defog. Definitely want to keep rocks away from my side if I can, because of the fact that I have a Dragonite. Screens is nice, but it does not save that multi-scale, so we want to be able to make sure hazards are not on our side at all. So I have Magic Coat to prevent that. I have Defog that can get rid of hazards from our side. I have Stealth Rocks, which can pressure his team. I have Roar this time. This time I have Roar over Toxic, and the reason is because I want to prevent him from, I guess setting up with like Scolipede or something. I have Roar this time. Maybe he'll expect my Toxic. Maybe he'll expect my Toxic because I think I went for that last time versus Milotic. So I have Roar just in case he wants to try to switch it up or something. Maybe bring some sort of setup team or something like that. Something of the matter. But in any case, that is going to be the squad for this week. Hope you all are excited for the match. And of course, there's going to be one more week after this. And you know, that's going to be interesting because we face it's going to be 2 rematches. So we face John this week. We face Callum, I think, next week. So hopefully both of those can go really well. And that is going to be it from me. Also, yeah, there's going to be more Draft League content. I think I mentioned in yesterday's live that also in the MBL, so that's going to be pretty fun. Trying to juggle between 2 Draft Leagues. I think, did I do that last time? I don't know if GBA was done by the time that happened, but yeah. Anyways, like, this team is pretty solid. I feel like it can put in some decent work. I think that screens is very interesting since I kind of got blown back by screens week 1, but more prepared for it now, of course. And I feel like I just want to try it out. It's an interesting sort of concept with like screens and like and Kingdra plus D-Knight and Lunar Dance to be able to heal those up if we get weakened. Even like healing up Magnezone is pretty nice because Magnezone gets chipped over time due to not having any leftovers or any kind of recovery. So we have that, as well as maybe even healing up Lando could be cool, or Empoleon. I don't know. We have a decent matchup, I guess, but we'll see how it goes. He's probably going to be more prepared this time, so I wanted to save some of the stuff that I want to bring for if I do face him in the playoffs, because that's, like I said, a strategy that I have this time around is I want to plan accordingly for this for sure. So hope you all enjoyed, and of course, battle going up 24 hours from this video. Hope you all are going to be excited, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.